6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ayesha Nayab. First, the headlines. Pakistan and China have agreed to further deepen bilateral relations in diverse fields. Addressing Third Belt and Road Forum in Beijing, a caretaker Prime Minister has said Pakistan is committed to work with China on goals of open global economy and connectivity. Pakistan has called for establishing urgent humanitarian corridors for rapid, secure, and unrestricted humanitarian and relief supplies to Gaza. United Nations Secretary General has called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Pakistan today conducted a successful flight test of Ababil weapon system. New Zealand has set a victory target of 289 runs for Afghanistan in a match of ICC World Cup at Chennai. And now the news in detail. Pakistan and China have agreed to further deepen political, economic, education, science and technology, cultural and people-to-people relations. This commitment was reached during a meeting between caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haque Kakar and Chinese Premier Li Qiang at the sideline of Third Belt and Road Forum in Beijing today. The two leaders reaffirmed the time-tested and ironclad friendship between Pakistan and China and agreed to further strengthen high-level dialogue and engagement. Noting the depth and breadth of the Belt and Road Initiative, the Prime Minister termed it as a project of immense significance for the world in terms of connectivity and shared prosperity. The two leaders discussed bilateral collaboration in the context of CPEC and prospects of further deepening economic linkages. Anwarul Haque Kakar expressed the confidence that Chinese investment in specialized economic zones will contribute in diversification of Pakistan's export basket and expansion of its industrial base. Premier Li Qiang underlined the steady growth of bilateral cooperation and noted the positive momentum of CPEC projects. He hoped that leadership consensus would give further boost to trade and economic relations between the two countries. The two Prime Minister also witnessed the signing ceremony in which several memorandums of understanding and agreements were signed in various areas. These agreements include cooperation in commerce, communication and transport, including ML1, connectivity, food security, research, media exchanges, space cooperation, urban sustainable development, capacity building and mineral development and industrial cooperation, climate change and vaccine development. Addressing the high-level forum of BRF titled Connectivity in an Open Global Economy in Beijing today, Prime Minister Anwarul Haque Kakar said Pakistan is committed to working with China and other regional partners in achieving the ideals of an open global economy and promoting connectivity on a transcontinental scale. He said Pakistan has endorsed China's vision of global connectivity and also looked forward to joining hands with other partners across borders and regions to materialize the projects. Anwarul Haque Kakar highlighted that BRI's flagship project, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, played a crucial role in generating new economic opportunities in Pakistan. Underscoring its salience for Pakistan's robust economic development, he underscored the Chinese proposal for developing CPEC as a corridor of growth, innovation, livelihood, green economy, openness and inclusiveness. The Prime Minister said government has taken steps to make Pakistan a trade transit and transshipment hub with secured, open, reliable and efficient connectivity for regional countries and beyond. He said Pakistan has successfully operationalized its deep sea port of Gwadar with state-of-the-art facilities to handle cargo ship, facilitating transshipment to regional countries, especially the landlocked states. He said soon a new international airport would be inaugurated in Gwadar, which is yet another step in realizing our vision of Gwadar serving as a hub of regional trade and connectivity. Pakistan and China have signed a memorandum of understanding for investment worth $1.5 billion in the petroleum industry. The MOU signed between Pakistan Refinery Limited and United Energy Group of China was witnessed by caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haq Kakar and caretaker Minister for Energy Muhammad Ali in Beijing today. It will also help increase the production of high-speed diesel from 600,000 metric tons to 2 million metric tons. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has a call for establishing urgent humanitarian corridors for rapid, secure and unrestricted humanitarian and relief supplies to Gaza. The urgency of the corridor was highlighted by caretaker Foreign Minister Jalil Abbas Jalani, who led Pakistan's delegation at the urgent ministerial meeting of the Executive Committee of Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Jeddah today. The meeting was convened by Pakistan and Saudi Arabia to discuss the crisis in Gaza and the humanitarian situation of the besieged civilians there. The Foreign Minister demanded an immediate ceasefire and end to Israel's campaign of terror, Gaza's siege and forced evacuation of Palestinians from their homes. He called on the international community to hold Israel accountable for its crimes. The OIC meeting adopted a joint communique outlining the collective stance of Muslim Ummah on the situation of Gaza. Pakistan has strongly condemned the Israeli attack on Al-Hili Al-Mamadani hospital in Gaza, resulting in martyrdom of hundreds of innocent Palestinians. In a statement, Foreign Office spokesperson Mumtaz Zahra Baloch said attacking a hospital where civilians were seeking shelter and emergency treatment is inhumane and indefensible. President Dr. Arif Alvi has strongly condemned the brutal Israeli attack on Al-Hili Al-Mamadani hospital in Gaza. In a statement, the president expressed his deep shock over the tragic loss of innocent lives due to the reckless Israeli airstrikes, saying that Israel had trampled all international and moral norms by attacking a hospital where patients were seeking emergency treatment. Caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haq Kakar, while condemning Israeli act, has said massacre of innocent civilians in the vicious Israeli attack is inhumane and indefensible. He said it is a grave violation of international law and humanitarian law. The Prime Minister said Israel must be held accountable for its war crimes. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza war. Speaking in Beijing just hours after the bombing of Al-Hili Arab Hospital in Gaza, he said that Hamas attacks cannot justify the collective punishment of the Palestinian people. He called on Israel to immediately allow unrestricted access of humanitarian aid to Gaza. Japan will provide a grant assistance worth of over $5 million for reconstruction of educational facilities in flood-affected areas of Sindh. An agreement to this effect was signed in Islamabad today. Under this grant, 9 fully damaged school buildings will be reconstructed in 6 districts of the province. Pakistan today conducted a successful flight test of Ababil weapons system. The test flight was aimed at revalidating various designs, technical parameters, and performance evaluation of different subsystems of the weapons system. The missile system is aimed at strengthening deterrence and enhancing strategic stability in the region through the operationalization of full-spectrum deterrence in the overall construct of credible minimum deterrence. In the ICC Men's World Cup against New Zealand at Chennai, Afghanistan was 3 for no loss in first over a short while ago. Batting first, New Zealand scored 288 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in allotted 50 overs. Pakistan will play its next match against Australia on Friday at 1:30 p.m. And finally, the weather report. Dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold in northern parts during the next 12 hours. However, isolated rain or thunderstorm may occur in central Balochistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio.